Alright, so on week 10, problems like number 6, where they give you this, they give you a number and it's raised to an exponential power. They're asking you to evaluate it, rewrite it, and simplify. So actually what I'm looking for is what's going to happen as you split this problem up. You split it up into a 27, the fourth power, and I'm taking the 4 out, so it would be, what would be left is 1/3 here, because 4 times 1 gave me the 4 on top there. So to kind of rearrange this like I did on number 5, I can write this with a root here. This 1/3, if I want to write it with a root, I would put a 3 right there. That means the 1/3 power. I have 27 of 4. So to simplify this, a couple ways you can do it. You can do it like this. Do 27 raised to the 4th equals, and then that answer raised to the 1/3 power. And that should give you 81. Another way to do this is the same thing we're going to do, we're just going to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to take it 27 to the 1/3 power, so I need a number to repeat 3 times. So that's 3 times 3 times 3. So if I ask you just this would equal 3. Now however, I need to raise that number still to the 4th, so that comes down as your exponent, and you just do 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, or 3 to the 4th power, and you get 81. So let's do the same thing with number 6. You got 64 squared over 3. You can rewrite it like this and simplify away. Now number 7, you are given something like 7x to the 3rd, and you're asked to rewrite this. So when you do this, you keep the part the same, you keep x to the 3rd the same. The root, this is the 1 over whatever that number is. So this becomes times 1/7. That took care of that square root in the 7 here. So in the end, I'd have x to the 3/7 power. So to try another one, I would have, let's say, 10. I'll do a v this time. V to the 7th power. So v to the 7th stays the same. This comes over as 1/10. And then I just multiply and just simplify. V to the 7/10. That is simplified. So that is, writing as a fraction, this is your rational exponent. Rational exponent means it's just written as a fraction and it's raised up. Now number 8 says use the laws of exponents to simplify. So if you have something like x to the 3/2, and then outside you have 4/5. Well, what you do is you just multiply tops and multiply bottoms, so you get x raised to the 12/10. And what you always need to do is reduce your fraction. So if you divide each part by 2, you get x to the 6/5. So that's all you need to do for this one. So finish up your problem. Number 9. Square root of 48. I'm just trying to simplify this without making decimals, so no decimal answers here. What you're doing is looking for perfect squares in here. I know that I can rewrite 48 as 4 times 12. The reason I want a 4 is because if I square root that, I get a perfect number like 2. Now the other thing I can do is I can split up the 12 here, so I'm going to rewrite this as 4 from this times, for my 12 I have 4 times 3. I'm looking for perfect numbers so that when I square root them, I'm going to have square root of 4 times square root of 4 times square root of 3. And these become nice whole numbers, and that stays the same. So you need to figure out what that number is. So another example would be square root of 27. Well, I know that comes from 9 times 3. So I split it up, square root of 9 times square root of 3. This is simply 3 square root 3.